So let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Vice-Chancellor, fellow council members, staff of the university, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. A graduation ceremony is an important and happy occasion for members of the university community. To all of you, I extend a warm welcome, especially to those of you who've never visited the university before. To the graduates, I offer my warmest congratulations and best wishes for the future. The completion of a university degree is indeed a fine achievement and one which you should be proud. For you, today is a day of celebration. To the families and friends of the graduates, while the university cannot offer you an award as well, we do recognise the enormous contribution you've made in supporting your loved ones through the highs and lows of their times as a student. You're about to witness something very special, the reward for all that effort. The success of the university is measured by the quality of its graduates. Survey results show us that employers are very happy with the quality of our graduates, and our graduates have a high level of satisfaction with their educational experience at the university. The University of Newcastle is committed to preparing graduates who will make a significant contribution to society, are adaptable global citizens, and are sought after by employers. To achieve this goal, the university is innovative in its approach to teaching and learning, notably through problem-based learning, in which the university is a pioneer, and more recently through developments in online learning. In the area of research performance, this university is ranked among the top 10 Australian universities. It has an annual research income in the vicinity of $25 million and an annual research expenditure of $36 million. It is an exceptional achievement. Whether you are here today to receive your first undergraduate degree, or a postgraduate coursework degree, or a research higher degree, you will have developed skills, knowledge, and the ability to think logically and laterally, qualities that are highly valued by employers worldwide and will stand you in good stead for the process of lifelong learning. You are one of 3,642 students who will graduate from the University of Newcastle this semester. Selected data from the profile of graduating students shows some interesting characteristics. 80% of you will be awarded an undergraduate degree. 18% will receive coursework master's degree, and 2% will be awarded a research master's or Doctor of Philosophy degree. It took you approximately 5,000 hours of study to complete the requirements for your degree. 80% of you will have a HECS debt. Your average HECS debt is $20,000. Collectively, you owe the Australian government $50 million. But don't worry. This year's graduates' ages range from 20 to 71 years, and 50% of you are women. 3/4 of you who were looking for full-time work when you completed your degree will have found it. Your average salary is $35,000 per year. 2% of you went on to further full-time study. And where do you live? Well, 63% of you live in the Hunter and Central Coast region. 4% live overseas. Yours is the last generation of Australians who will be the first in their family to gain a university education. The rate of change in our society is such that whatever qualification you have completed, you will need to be engaged in lifelong learning to remain successful and competitive in the workforce. I'm confident that the skills you've acquired during your study at this university will stimulate your hunger for more knowledge and understanding. This in turn will equip you to make valuable contributions to the local, national, and I'm sure for some in the international community. I take this opportunity to remind those receiving their test statements today that as graduates of the university, you automatically become members of the graduate body, the convocation. You join more than 50,000 other graduates worldwide and have an opportunity through elected representatives to become involved in the governance and development of the university. I hope you'll take that advantage. I now call on Professor Terry Lovett, Pro Vice-Chancellor of the Faculty of Education and Arts, to present graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Social Science. Matthew Barrett. Rosemary Clark. Jessica Curry. Sarah Eddy. Julie Ferner. Nicole Grennan. Julie Kay. Barbara Lidbury. Ronelle Moon. Robert Murphy. Nonnie Oldham. Juanita Purcell Lawley. Damien Reeves. Christopher Webb. Evan Wilcox. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Social Science, Honours Class 2, Division 1, Judith Lindsay. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Social Science, Recreation and Tourism, Kathy Atkinson. Steve Benson. Kate Bryant. Philip Chan. Penny Chandler. Jade Cox. Hayley Davies. Conchessa Decker. Graham Fletcher. Natalie Gavry. Gareth Glennon. Belinda Halen. Michael Keating. Nangrotai Lakul. Michelle Mansfield. Anna Meyer. Honor Mills. Stephen Minslow. Katie Mogg. Andrew Morris. Justina Nicholson. Catherine O'Connor. Luke Ransom. Lydia Razmovsky-Matreski. Heidi Rutledge. Matthew Streetfield. Karen Thornton. Megan Watkins. Kate Wicks. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Teaching, Bachelor of Arts, Ainara Alonso. Megan Avery. Simon Barker. Kylie Beveridge. Angela Booth. Fiona Boyce. Jane Boyle. Leanne Bradbury. Jade Brown. Brianne Callaghan. Wendy Campbell. Rachel Carpenter. Natasha Carroll. Mary Carrier. Michael Conrad. Nicole Cook. Christy Davis. Tanya Dorney. Melanie Drayton. Jala Elliott. Julia Enks. Rochelle Eshman. Alicia Fay. Cameron Forbes. Jeanette Frost. Cynthia Gibson McAlone. Melanie Gleeson. Marianne Gore. Annalise Graham. Rebecca Griffin. Kristen Hadley. Courtney Hammonds. Melissa Harris. Kylie Hart. Jeremy Hayden. Melissa Hayes. Erin Hillhouse. Todd Hopper. Matthew Jacobson. Danette Johnson. Katie Johnson. Erin Johnston. Glynis Jones. Angela Catchell. Nicole Kay. Michelle Keith. Tracy Kelsall. Anna Kesby. Michelle Kirsch. Christy Koch. Dale Lancaster. Marguerite Langergens. John Lannon. Rebecca Lee. Elizabeth Lemon. Alison Leonard. Jacqueline Lindsay. Dean Longstaff. Stephen Lupton. Kiralee Ma. Sarah Maloney. Lisa Mansfield. Lauren Mancini. Julie Mantle. Elizabeth Martin. Martilla. Alison McBride. Kylie McCann. Michelle McDonough. Christy McMillan. Vera Middlebrook. Colin Minter. Sharon Newell. Joanne Palmer. Christopher Penglaze. Jade Phillips. Donna Purcell. Michelle Radley. Megan Roach. Brent Robinson. Renata Rosenfeld. Catherine Russ. Nicole Ryan. Beth Saxon. Miranda Schofield. Natalie Simpson. Kalinda Stanfield. Alisa Sutcliffe. Emma Thurling. Rhonda Tillman. Sarah Van Haren. Annie Van Hoosted. Talia Venables. Rebecca Wells. Rebecca Welsh. Barbara White. Alyssa Wilcock. Harris Withers. Stephen Worcester. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Teaching, Bachelor of Arts, with Honours Class 2, Division 2 in Teaching, Timothy Archer. Kerry Bevan. Ilona Braun. Benjamin Campbell. Trent Daly. Kelly Daunt. Kelly Delaney. Lisa Garfoot. Marie Gibbons. Alice Hindley. Kerry Holland. Kerry Hopton. Erin Hoyland. Ya-Chun Su. Hayley Hunt. Joanne Jackson. Marie Cowter. Monique Maney. Sylvia Martinez. Corey McConnell. Sheridan Morton. Megan Oakes. Nicole Rankin. Fiona Rees. Janine Saunders. Christine Schmidt. Felicity Seaton. Jessica Timms. Sarah Turnbull. Peter Weary. Nicole Welsh. Karen Wright. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Teaching, Bachelor of Arts with Honours Class 2, Division 1 in Teaching, Simone Bonzio. Nicole Brady. Shannon Sinitis. Deborah Clark. Catherine Coates. Emily Donaldson. Alice Fife. Janet Hicks. Rebecca Hume. Melissa Jolly. Meredith Lindsay. Christy Murphy. Helen Murray. Luke Norman. Lee Rose. Leanne Skinner. Amber Smith. Olivia Smith. Lucy Tamata. Catherine Wattis. Karen Woods. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Teaching, Bachelor of Arts with Honours Class 1 in Teaching, Helen Wiedemann. Chancellor, the award of a university medal is a rare honour made only when there is a candidate of sufficient merit. To be considered for this award, a graduate must have a consistent record of exceptional academic achievement at all levels of a bachelor's degree program and qualify for a bachelor's degree with first-class honours. I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Teaching, Bachelor of Arts with Honours Class 1 in Teaching and University Medalist, Natalie James. Chancellor, I present to you a candidate who has satisfied the requirements for the award of Diploma in Education in Technical and Further Education, Ian Vincer. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the award of Diploma in Education in Primary Education, Anne Sikra. Ian Hockard. Peter McLeish. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the award of Diploma in Education in Secondary Education, Karen Gorton. Megan McFarlane. Roslyn Merton. Peter Neville. Rebecca Peake. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the award of Diploma in Education in Primary Education with Merit, Joanne Crisp. Carly Dament. Kerry Foreman. Alison Forsyth. Anthony France. Alita Hinks. Pauline Smith. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the award of Diploma in Education in Secondary Education with Merit, Shannon Allen. Malcolm Barnes. Joshua Baumgart. Jessica Bosca. Sharon Carr. Sarah Corrie. Catherine Donaldson. David Fisser. Warwick Freeman. Belinda Kirsten. Shelley Klippel. Wang King Lee. Glennis Oswald. Melanie Patfield. Susan Pearce. Helen Thomas. Emma Tolfrey Barzado. Melanie Walker. Guy Wernhard. Ursula Wright. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Disability Studies, Rachel Pollard. Thomas Sibbald. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Early Childhood Education, Barbara James. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Leadership and Management in Education, Kylie DeVos. Mark Scannerton. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Social Science, Alyssa Nalder. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Special Education, Glenda Alekna. Wendy Bright. Nicole Carabot Sheldrick. Sharon Kotha. Stephen Fry. Adam Green. Rachel Lowe. Fiona McClarty. Brett Mosley. Gloria Nimmo. Gregory O'Sullivan. Jennifer Powell. Donna Price. Pamela Smith. Kerry Vasitas. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Special Education, Sensory Disability, Denise Bradley. Sandra Carter. Susan Clark. Elizabeth Cousins. Amanda Ferns. Beverly Fox. Kylie Frendo. Jennifer Greenaway. Jasmina Pascoe. John Southern. Faye Squires. Fiona Sykes. Elizabeth Tomatsek. Beverly Welby. Kathy Willows. Tammy Wolfenden. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Education and Arts.
I call on Professor Brian English, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, to present Research Higher Degree graduates.
A degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to graduates who have successfully completed a program of study which is primarily by research. A thesis embodying the outcomes of the research is the principal basis of examination. The degree is only awarded if the thesis makes a significant and an original contribution to knowledge and understanding in the field of study to which it applies. Today, the University is proud to honour a graduate who has satisfied these rigorous criteria for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Chancellor, I present to you Karen Gordon, Bachelor of Arts with Honours and Diploma of Education. Dr. Gorton's thesis is entitled Carter's Barracks and Point Pua, the Confinement Experience of Convict Boys in Colonial Australia, 1820 to 1850. Chancellor, Dr. Gorton. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of a Research Higher Degree graduate.
I now call upon Vice-Chancellor Professor Roger Holmes to present a candidate for an honorary degree.
Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting to you Helen Garner for the admission to the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa. Chancellor, as the author of 3 novels, 2 short story collections, 3 non-fiction books and 2 screenplays, Helen Garner is established as a major Australian writer. It is she who comes to mind when thinking about contemporary Australian female writers. Helen Garner has been simultaneously accused of being too feminist and not feminist enough, too autobiographical and yet too magic realist, and more often than not, of being too ordinary. Her writing succeeds in melding all of these contradictions together to leave the reader with a sense of contemporary, real Australia. She turns the everyday object or task into a topic of fascination. Helen Garner is controversial, unconventional, and never boring. Helen was born in Geelong and educated at the University of Melbourne. She graduated with an honours degree in arts in 1965 and then taught in Victorian high schools for several years. In 1972, Helen started working as a freelance journalist. This is how she made a living between writing books ever since. Helen Garner is unconventional. Her first novel, Monkey Grip, was published in 1977. The subject matter involved a single mother, communal living, drugs and sex. Radical and outrageous material at the time. Monkey Grip was an instant success, winning a National Book Council Award, and a film based on it was released in 1983. Her short novel, The Children's Bark, is considered one of the greatest short novels ever written in Australia and is widely assigned to lists for Australian literature courses around the country. Her novel, Cosmolino, which was nominated for a Miles Franklin Award, was her first work of fiction that moved outside realism. She describes it as a dreamy and rather frightening book, coloured by Jungian ideas, full of strange thoughts about God, loneliness and death, but featuring the occasional burst of hilarity. The title, which translates as World, Little World, comes from the name of a baby that one of the characters and the author dreamt of having. The Oxford Companion to Australian Literature, the second edition in 1995, comments that Garner's fiction is concerned with the undramatic daily encounters of modern life, the nuances and shifts in relationships between women and their lovers, friends and children. Garner's scrupulous prose, sensitive to language's rhythms, inflections and shades of meaning, characteristically evokes the loneliness of late 20th century life. An austere writer in the sense that she writes on a small canvas. She is also morally austere, underlining the imperatives of compassion, understanding and tenderness. In 1993, Helen won the Wakely Award for Feature Journalism for her story in Time magazine about the Daniel Valerio child battery case. Helen recently remarked, "I have won various literary prizes, but the prize I was proud of is the Wakely Award for Journalism." Helen Garner is controversial. Her non-fiction book, The First Stone, concerned allegations of sexual assault brought by two young women against the principal of a Melbourne University residential college. It caused a huge uproar when it was published in 1995 and became an important focus for debate on sex and power in contemporary Australian society, and making Helen extremely unpopular in some quarters. Helen Garner is never boring. Since The First Stone, she has published two further collections of essays and journalism, True Stories and The Feel of Steel. The Australia Talks book program on ABC Radio National describes the feel of steel as cities, friends, lost loves, Antarctica, the joy of being a grandmother, weddings, the ancient sport of fencing, such as the array of subjects in Helen Garner's second non-fiction collection. Some pieces were published in The Age. Some are previously unpublished, but woven together they present as a memoir and often a wonderfully personal portrait of an always unconventional talent. In word-perfect and often blindingly funny prose, Helen Garner reminds us of the human condition in all its various guises. In 2002, Helen Garner accepted a position as Creative Writing Fellow in the Faculty of Education and Arts at the University of Newcastle, an experience she describes as a very happy and stimulating time. During her stay, Helen had a major impact on raising the profile of the university and of the creative writing program taught within the School of Language and Media, through media interviews and reports and interactions with community groups. She provided invaluable links with the wider Australian literary and publishing scene. To be in a creative writing class with Helen Garner became an enviable and sought-after experience. Her participation gave an important boost to all parts of the creative writing program. Helen has been working for 4 years on a new non-fiction book, a story with a Newcastle connection, which she hopes will be published later this year. Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that I present to you Helen Garner, Bachelor of Arts Honours from the University of Melbourne, for admission to the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa.
By the authority vested in me by the Council of the University, I hereby admit Dr. Helen Garner to the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa. We will now have a musical interlude presented by Gavin Clark on cello, performing Prelude from Suite No. 1 by Bach. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to invite Dr. Helen Garner to deliver the occasional address.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduands and all the people of the university, ladies and gentlemen and children. To receive this honour from the University of Newcastle is one of the most unexpected experiences of my life. In a million years I could never have imagined I would be standing up here this morning, dressed in robes, which were described in the letter the university sent me in the following splendid language: a festival gown of cardinal red cloth with a hood of garnet cloth lined with silk cloth of pearl, and a black velvet bonnet with a gold cord. It's the bonnet. I feel as if my head's getting so big here it's going to burst. But the main reason for my astonishment is not simply sartorial. I'm astonished because when I was at Melbourne University in the early 60s, I was such a rotten student. I was lazy, I was scared, I didn't do the reading, and in the whole 5 years I was a student, I don't think I opened my mouth once in a tutorial class. To this day, I don't know why they gave me a degree. I staggered out at the end, faint with relief, and ran for my life. But it took me several decades after that to be able to walk onto a university campus without a terrible feeling that I was a fake, a sense that somebody was about to call my bluff and send me packing. So when I received the letter from Newcastle offering me an honorary doctorate, I was so happy and proud that I wanted to tell somebody, not just my family, which like most families takes the achievements of its members with a grain of salt. I wanted to tell a teacher I once had, way back in 1952, when I was in grade 5 in Geelong. I'll call her Mrs. D. She was a dark and looming figure from my childhood, a ferocious monster in the classroom. She used to wear black high heels and a little black wool suit with a straight skirt and a nipped-in jacket. Her face was flushed a dark red. She often had an oval-shaped band-aid stuck to the mottled skin of her hands, and when you had to stand next to her while she corrected your work with her trembling pencil, she gave off a strange chemical sort of odour. Well, I was pretty good at reading and writing, but I was hopeless at arithmetic. Mrs. D was savage with weakness or slowness. She lashed the hesitant with her sarcastic tongue. So to survive her arithmetic lessons, I had to learn to bluff. I used to count on my fingers under the desk at lightning speed, and I can still do it. She even entered my dreams and turned them into nightmares of inadequacy and public humiliation. So like all painful experiences of early life, Mrs. D seems in retrospect to have blighted decades of my childhood, though I was under her hammer for only a year. And for a long time after I left her class, I probably believed that all she had taught me was how to bluff. Even when I was a grown-up, she haunted my memories. But those memories became less and less nightmarish as I gradually turned myself into a writer. Then one night, about 30 years after I'd been in her class, I had a dream about her. I dreamt I was back at that old school in Geelong and that I went to the staff room door. It had a glass panel, and I looked through the panel from outside, and there in my dream was Mrs. D, wearing a beautiful suede jacket in a soft pastel colour. She walked across the room, and the jacket left behind her a long, smudged, chalky smear of colour, very delicate and very beautiful. I wrote about all this in a book called True Stories, and not long after the book was published, I received a letter from a reader. She had told me that she was Mrs. D's daughter, and that Mrs. D, who had died many years before, had been an alcoholic. Suddenly everything fell into place. The trembling, the dark flush, the fragile skin, the strange smell, the explosions of rage and the flailing sarcasm. By the time I heard this missing fact, I was old enough to be able to imagine how terrible her life must have been, how she must have been suffering when she made us suffer. But now, of course, I realise too that Mrs. D taught me just about everything I know. If I can write a sentence, It's because Mrs. D taught me grammar and syntax. She drew up long columns on the blackboard and taught us to parse and to analyse, to break a sentence down into its component parts. This is how I learnt that language is beautiful and strong and flexible. She never said anything about beauty or power or flexibility. She was too crabby and too scornful to talk like that. She just put the tools into my hands and showed me how to use them. From this I learnt what a long fuse a teacher can lay right through a student's life. And that brings me back to university, to having been a rotten student, to feeling that one's whole life is bluff and that one is constantly at risk of being found out. I would bet that there are plenty of graduates here today who are wondering exactly that. How on earth did I get this degree? How come they didn't see I was faking? What I'm trying to say is sometimes you're not ready for what you're being taught. You might pick up the husk of it. You might be able to throw around the language and the concepts. You might even do the exams and the essays and get the degree. But in your heart, you know that it hasn't sunk right in yet, that on some level you are still raw. The answer to this anxiety, of course, is time and experience. Because even though you mightn't be ready yet to use it to its fullest, a university degree hands you a wonderful map of the territory. You chuck it into the back seat and speed away, full of relief and bravado. But when you get lost, when you take a couple of wrong turns in the dark and find yourself out there on your own, you may remember, faintly perhaps, but insistently, things that your lecturers said or mentioned or advised you to read or to think about, back then when you were too lazy and moving too fast, having too much fun, too keen to get to the beach. Yet, almost in spite of you, a framework has been established, an experience of self-discipline, even if at the time you only skimped it. The example has been set. The signs are standing there at the crossroads, and that example will last you for the rest of your lives. There is another tool. It's what I call the dumb question. I'm always saying this, so please forgive me if you've already heard it. Well, one thing I've noticed over the years is how much energy people waste by pretending they know things that they actually don't. I went into a sandwich shop once years ago and I saw a hand-printed sign behind the counter, a message from the manager to the workers, and it said, "Don't be afraid to ask the dumb question. It's easier for me to answer it than to clean up the mess if you don't ask it." I've tried to put this advice into practice ever since. It's harder than it sounds. Everybody wants to be cool and to be seen to be cool. Nobody wants to admit that they're ignorant or stuck or uncertain or even that they've forgotten something and need to hear it again. Why should cool be identified with knowing everything? The older I get, the more this definition is turned on its head. Whenever I hear someone admit to not knowing something or to having made a blunder, I have a strange emotional response, a flood of respect and gladness and trust. Last year, my gum got infected and I had to have a tooth removed, a molar. The dentist was a very quiet and well-mannered man. He gave me a huge injection and began to wrench around inside my mouth. There was a lot of strain and then there was a horrible cracking noise and a sense of rather too extravagant collapse, followed by a gathering of heads over my open mouth and a very tense silence. Then an incredible thing happened. The dentist said, "Mrs. Garner, I'm afraid I've made an error, but I think I can see how to fix it." I'm afraid I've made an error. I couldn't remember the last time I'd heard somebody say those words. I was so astonished and so impressed that I forgot to panic. You don't need to hear any more gruesome details about my dental health. So for the purposes of my example, I'll just say that the truthful dentist did know how to fix it. He finished the job efficiently and sent me home. Within a week, my mouth had healed up and I went on my way rejoicing, if somewhat gummier. But you'll take my point, I'm sure. People fake and bluff out of fear. But how clean and real things become, how much destructive tension is released, how much suspicion and anger and ignorance when people take the risk and face down that fear and reveal themselves to each other. It's hard to do and it doesn't always have perfect results, but it's become an article of faith to me. It's the basis of all flourishing and new growth and learning. So to finish today, I want to congratulate you all on your achievements, on the years of studying and working and thinking that you've put in to get to where you are today. I want to wish you everything wonderful in your lives now that you're graduates of this fine university. I wish you work that challenges you and opens you to the world. And I hope you'll treasure the small secret skills or longings you have that are not quite big enough to be called talents. A feeling for music, perhaps, for singing or making or growing things or dancing. I hope that you don't abandon these private treasures out of shyness or out of a fear of being uncool. And I hope that if you have a Mrs. or a Mr. D in your past, alive or dead, someone who, despite being a suffering monster, laid down in you a strong framework for later understanding and enlightenment, I hope you'll think of her or him today with gratitude. Once more, I'd like to offer my thanks to the University of Newcastle. I spent a very fruitful semester teaching and writing here last year. I met great kindness and was welcomed with a warmth and directness I haven't experienced in any other university. To be invited to join the community of the place and to wear these ceremonial robes today is an honour which still fills me with amazement and delight.
Thank you very much, Dr. Garner, for those inspiring words. I now have pleasure in inviting Natalie James, Bachelor of Teaching Honours, Bachelor of Arts, to speak on behalf of the graduates.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the University, family and friend of graduates, and most importantly, graduates. It is indeed a privilege to address you this morning, to speak on behalf of the graduates. I'd like to take this opportunity to reflect briefly on our university experience. The experience is undoubtedly as diverse as you are. However, I've tried to reflect primarily on fairly common ground. The university experience has undoubtedly presented you with a number of challenges. We all face the challenge of trying to locate the rooms and the buildings in which tutorials, lectures and exams were held. For some of you, attending class was indeed a challenge, as was the submission of assignments. Some of you face the additional challenge of fitting university into a very full life, and for those of you who have done this with family and work commitments, I do commend you. You've done brilliantly. We can celebrate today because we have overcome the challenges. Well done. I think, though, we need to thank those people who stood with us as we faced those challenges. I think we should start by thanking each other. I know my experience was made a lot more pleasant by the friendly faces in class, the people who helped me when I faced the challenges. We must also thank the university staff, both academic and administrative, without whom the university experience would not be possible. And we do really thank you for the time and effort that you put in to make our experience as beneficial and as enjoyable as possible. I would also like to thank the university union staff. The union provides a wide range of services that does make life a lot more enjoyable. And personally, I'd like to thank them for the opportunity of work. I really, really enjoyed working with them and for them. So if any of you are here, thank you. I'd also like to thank all the staff involved with the provision of university accommodation. I had the privilege of living at Evatt House. Many of you here I know shared that experience, and others in different halls, and that did enhance my experience beyond description. I'm sure though you are all as eager as me to thank our family and friends. This challenge was far less daunting because our family and our friends stood with us as we faced the challenges. I'd particularly like to thank my parents who are here today for the financial and emotional support that they gave me, without which I could not have done this. And I must also thank God, because with him we can face and overcome any challenge. This leads me now to consider the purpose that university has served for you, There are certainly some here among us for whom the purpose of study is study. And for those of you here, I hope you've thoroughly enjoyed your experience. For others, the purpose of this degree at least was to explore a range of disciplines in order that a direction for future study or perhaps a career was found. For those of you, I hope that you are somewhat closer to knowing what it is you'd like to do for at least the next phase of your life. But for many of you here, I suspect that the purpose for university was to get a job. It was a stepping stone into a career. For those of you, I hope you do find work in your chosen profession, and I hope you find it thoroughly rewarding. I fell into the final category. University is a necessary step into the teaching profession, and I am pleased to say that I have indeed been blessed with work that I find thoroughly rewarding. Along with 4 other graduates today, I'm teaching in Walgett. For me, yeah, haha. Sorry. For me, the university experience developed not only the skills required to teach, but served also as a wonderful transition period, developing the courage required to step out of my comfort zone, to work and indeed thrive in an environment that is quite foreign to me. So, university has indeed fulfilled its purpose for me, and for that I am thankful, and I would like to thank those people who have helped it happen. And I'm sure for you, I do hope that university has served the purpose for you that you have chosen. In closing, I would like to reiterate my thanks to you all for the contributions you made to our experience. I'd like to congratulate all the graduates. This is indeed a remarkable achievement. I wish you all the very best in your future and urge you to make the most of the opportunities that arise as a result of this experience here. Not only the degree, but the experience you've had getting it. Thank you.
Natalie James, thank you very much for sharing those thoughts with us. I now declare the ceremony concluded. I hope you enjoyed today's ceremony, and thank you for joining the university community in the celebration of the conferring of degrees. The University Union invites you to make your way to the Brennan Room in the Shortland Union, where refreshments will be served.